Hello listeners, Yahtzee here. You may know me as the creator of Zero Punctuation, the creator of Fully Ramblomatic, as Mortimer from Adventure is Nigh, and that dark voice you hear in your deepest dreams that instructs you to kill. We here at Second Wind are well into our second year as a content-producing powerhouse, and we're hoping to keep going into a third, and perhaps even dare we dream a fourth. That's all very well, Yahtzee, but what about my problems? I've got all this spare money cluttering up my house, and I don't know what to do with it. Well, viewer, sounds like we could help each other out. By donating as little as $1 a month to our Patreon, and you can be a part of helping us keep going. Oh sure, you can see most of it on YouTube for free, but with a little contribution you can look your maker in the eye on Judgment Day and say, I helped some funny internet people enrich the lives of thousands of viewers with knob gags, and that counts for something. I wanted to be an astronaut, but you know, certain ships have sailed. You only care about what's in it for you, don't you grasping little mercenaries? Well, subscribe to the $5 tier and you can enjoy all kinds of extra content we keep under the table for the special customers. I myself have been indulging my hobby of making long-form videos in which I explain the lore of video game franchises I don't know much about. I've done Kingdom Hearts, Mortal Kombat, and we've got Sonic the Hedgehog and Darksiders in the works. Those will be just for the Patreons, as well as some exclusive interviews and other experimental videos I and my colleagues are creating on a monthly basis. Maybe you'll enjoy them, maybe you'll want to join the Patreon so you can tell us they suck. Either way helps the creative process. We're hoping to get our monthly Patreon fund up to $45,000 this month to keep our expenses reliably covered, and if you can help us get there, that'll probably do a lot to make up for the astronaut thing too. I'll now turn this over to Nick so he can tell you about some business stuff in his very reassuring voice.
I'm very happy to report for Q1 2025 that we've made good on pretty much all of our goals we had for the start of the year. We reduced our costs to account for the change of Patreon income from last year, we've had strong sponsor performance, we got the DFTBA store up and running, and Lost and Found has been going very well for us despite only starting up a couple months ago. Lost and Found is our new work for hire arm that we recently spun up to help game developers with creating things like trailers, gameplay overview videos, Steam page and social media assets, basically anything developers need to help market their games at rates that indie devs can afford. This is being run by Javid, Omar, Matt, and myself, and was part of our business plan from the very beginning of Second Wind, but we were able to hold off thanks to your generosity during our first year, so we could focus on our core content lineup. We keep Lost and Found completely separate from Second Wind, and it even has its own YouTube channel that you can follow if you want to keep up with the games we're working on. None of the games we work on here will be reviewed on Second Wind. We completed our work on The Darkest Files, and we're about to wrap up work on The Horror at Hyrule. We took on The Darkest Files pro bono to get our foot in the door and give ourselves a case study to work with, and The Horror at Hyrule is our first paid client. The Horror at Hyrule is out now, and we are really happy to help with the launch of that game. We're also about to close a deal for a much bigger project as well that we can't disclose right now, but we're damn excited about it. We've been able to get our margin close to back to breaking even, and with the work we have incoming for Lost and Found and sponsors for Q2, we should be back to being profitable. However, we as a team decided to take pay cuts across our entire team for Q2 to make sure we're not straddling that line going forward. I do want to be clear that we took this step as a cautionary measure, and not because of any dire circumstances. The decision was made as a team due to the current economic climate and the volatility of both the games industry and our own Patreon exit reports. We're expecting sponsors to be quieter for Q2 with all the current financial uncertainty in the US. We also saw a big uptick in people's exit surveys indicating job loss, reducing subscriptions to plan for potential financial hardship, and so on. Yahtzee and I took the biggest pay cuts as we promised we would at the start of Second Wind, and nobody from the team was let go with these pay cuts. Everybody is okay here. Overall, everything is going in the right direction for us as evidenced in the report attached, and Patreon has stabilized for the most part, which of course helps us plan ahead for the future. Handing it off to Marty now to discuss what's next content-wise for the channel.
We're going to be very, very busy for the second quarter of 2025 and beyond. We've given ourselves a goal of getting our Patreon back up to $45,000 a month, which would essentially ensure that our base costs are covered by Patreon, YouTube ad revenue, and sponsorships. Any other money that we pull in from merchandise, work for hire projects, and whatnot would help keep our war chest replenished and our team secured for the long haul. To hit that goal, we'll be giving our Patreon a bit of a refresh. This includes some exciting new things like bringing ad-free videos down to our $5 tier and delivering monthly Yahtzee lore videos, a podcast interview series from Nick, and monthly experimental videos from different members of the team. We'll also be adding a fun new group video each month to the $10 tier. We had an absolute blast recording these first few, and we think you're really gonna dig them.
To reveal what this tier list is, it is the Smash Bros. Ultimate Smash or Pass Ultimate Switch 2 Edition tier list.
Yeah, we're gonna just do a little challenge here, see if you guys can draw what is in my head.
Don't even tell us. It's just.
Oh no, this is Eric's specialty.
Oh my god.
Yowzy.
So today we're gonna be drawing Second Wind Sonic the Hedgehog fan art.
I'm about kicking ass, I'm about taking names, and we're about making
Some things
games.
never change.
Wow. I can't believe a Nintendo conference starts out with a man saying he's gonna beat the shit out of us.
Like he has two legs that are fairly far apart. I don't think he has a booty.
While those will be exclusive to our Patreon, we've been working on plenty of other projects that'll be available to everybody, starting with a pilot for a potential new video series from Jess Hoops. Take it away, Jess.
Hey, I'm Jess Hoops. Storycraft is an exploration and celebration of video games as a storytelling medium that will frequently feature insight from industry professionals. People like video game writers, narrative designers, and indie developers who've taken part in creating some amazing interactive works of art. You can expect thoughtful discussions, behind-the-scenes anecdotes, and enough goofs to fit in with the rest of Second Wind's content catalog.
In addition, we have another pilot for a potential new series from Jenna Stieber, who's also here to tell you all about it.
Welcome to Game Arcadia, the peak of gaming culture. I'm Jenna Stieber, and I'll be unearthing the weirdest behaviors in video game communities. Why me? Well, I have a master's degree in media and culture, but more importantly, I have a lease on this mountain that gives me the title of Oracle.
And we've also begun pre-production on a new Adventure is Nigh one-shot campaign, which Jack will tell you a bit about in just a moment. This is all on top of the recently launched Discovery Queue series, where we take a quick look at new games, as well as more regular video essays from me and the rest of the team. Also for May and beyond, we have some fun plans on the streaming front, including collaborations with other indie games media outlets, the return of community-focused game night streams, our annual Summer Game Fest watch-alongs, and our next big fundraising stream later on this summer.
Hey everybody, this is Jack here with an Adventure is Nigh update. We are working hard on wrapping up Season 4 of Adventure is Nigh right now. Omar is preparing animations for Episode 7. I am currently editing Episode 8. Here's a quick sneak peek.
There's a centaur in front of us. I'm like,
I'm noticing a theme of a lot of characters just foregoing pants this season.
That's what we are doing currently for Adventures Night. We are actually in pre-production for Season 5, which we hope to film this summer. We've already been writing, we've already been doing pre-production, planning, scouting locations for filming, so that's really exciting. But the thing I'm really here to talk about is the Adventure is Nigh one-shot. We are doing a single episode standalone adventure, myself and 2 players, that is Balatro themed. That's right. This will have nothing to do with the main story. It will have nothing to do with any characters that you know. The hopes of this is that it is a standalone adventure for someone who is kind of new to Adventure is Nigh, where they don't have 4 seasons of back catalog to dig through. Something that we can show people that helps them get into our world, our style of play. So the Adventure is Nigh Balatro-themed one-shot will have myself as the Dungeon Master, Yahtzee returning as a player as a brand new character, and Jenna Stieber joining us as a player. 3 of your favorite internet people in one video. What could go wrong? So many things could go wrong. We love this stupid show. We do, and we love that we get to keep making it. So thank you so much.
Hopefully that gives you a good overview of where everything is at right now. The team is doing well, and we're excited about all the different things we're working on. I also want to give a personal shout out to the team for all the hard work they put in this year already, and working together to overcome some early challenges for the company. Running an independent media outlet of this size is no small task, not to mention how quickly we had to get everything up and running. A fun little part of our backstory is that we didn't even launch when we planned to, but when I was setting up the Patreon, someone found it on Google and immediately pledged to our highest tier, and at that point we had no choice but to click the big red button and go. The Escapist was our team always just trying to keep our heads above water. The launch of Second Wind was exciting, but also probably the most stressful time of most of our lives. So it's nice to finally have a place to create that we're in control of and supported by fans that truly care about us as a team and the work we create. We're super appreciative of all the support you've given us, We love making this stuff as much as you love watching it and hanging with us on streams. Second Wind doesn't exist without all the people working together on it, and that includes our community.
Alright, back to me. If you want to be part of ensuring the existence of one of the few professional gaming media outlets that isn't being ruined and or shut down by corporate bastards, go to patreon.com/secondwindgroup and please consider giving whatever you can spare. But if you don't want to do that, subscribe to the channel and leave a like on all the videos you enjoy. It's all food for the algorithm gods. And if you don't want to do any of that either, I don't know, take up cycling. It's good core exercise.